Hello everyone and welcome to this Ask the Expert live with me and Dave. We run these every month and it's been a month since the last one. We thought we'd better come back and do another one. So if you are watching, give us a hello in the comments, whether you're watching on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We are beaming out across them all. So thank you for those who have joined us. And yeah, the point of these is for us really to talk about what's been going on in the last month, but also to look at what's coming up, but also more importantly, to give people the opportunity to ask any questions that they might have on our trips. And it's a great platform for you just to come along, type your question in, and hopefully between Dave or I, we've done most of the trips. So we should be able to give an answer. Tom Lloyd's watching. Hello, Tom. Hope you enjoyed that video there, Tom. That started the introduction, which was Cappadocia. Tom's just come back from a Cappadocia trip. And I know that it was an amazing trip and I saw some amazing photos, and it's such a great trip if you want a nice kind of 8 days away exploring Istanbul, Cappadocia. They've got so much to offer, and that's such a great trip to go on. Hello, Lindsay. Lindsay is watching from Liverpool. Hope you've managed to get over the parade the other day. Silas has said, what time do the experts arrive? They're in at 15:15, Silas, ready to answer your questions. So we're just the warm-up act, really. Hello from Spain, from Christina. Dave and I are heading out there with Christina next week for the Adventure Spain trip, which we're really looking forward to, and we'll talk about that one a little bit more in a minute. But what have you been up to, Dave?
I've been really busy. Just
trip wise.
Sorry. I thought you want to hear about my new shed.
No.
No. Just back from Mount Toubkal. Fabulous group out there. All 16 got to the top. Absolutely bluebird sky. Usually the ascent's hard, but so worth it at the end. We could see the Marrakesh plain one side and we could see the Sahara on the other side. It was fabulous. I know everybody really enjoyed it and are really keen to do other things as well, which is great. That's absolutely great. And before that, Costa Rica, of course. I don't know if I mentioned that before, have I?
No, maybe. I think we just covered that one on the last one. I think
I might have mentioned it. Well, it's been a busy, hard old time, but
dementia's setting in.
Shut up.
Yeah, I mean, Toubkal's a great. How many people were newbies on that trip? Most of them are.
I'd say, but a dozen.
A
dozen. And not done anything like it, and never been to altitude. All those things. One really lovely guy. He was worried about the altitude, and then realised, I can do this. It's
such a good starting point, isn't it?
Fantastic.
And I think, and I keep saying it, my old phrase from Morocco, it offers the biggest culture shock for the least amount of air miles.
Yeah.
And just over 3 hours, you get on a plane from London and you land in Marrakesh, and you feel like you are a lot further away from the UK.
A different place. Yeah.
And when I say that to people and they finally go there, they're kind of like, oh yeah, you're completely right with that. That you step into the Marrakesh souk and you realize that, like I always say, it's longer for you to get to Tenerife. Or in fact, we've got a group here at the climbing centre at the minute, or a school group all the way over from Gran Canaria.
Oh, right.
And it took them 4 hours to fly from Gran Canaria. So it's quicker to get to Toubkal than it is. You came back last Saturday. I arrived in Marrakesh last Saturday.
Yeah, we crossed over.
We literally crossed over. I flew out on the plane. You got back on it.
Yeah, I had your hot seat.
I think you did. Yeah,
a little bit damp.
Yeah, well, I was so excited to get out there. So yeah, I was doing the whitewater rafting trip out there, which only had a small group this year, which I was surprised about because we had such a big group on it last year, and then this year, really small group, really nice group. Had a lovely time with them. That trip can sort of cater for any size groups, really. And I've never seen the water in the river so clear.
Was it beautiful?
Oh, it was like, the color was like being in the Maldives, like that turquoise blue at the top.
I know it.
And then like you could see the bottom all the way through it. There was, normally you get it like quite cloudy.
Yeah, a bit milky.
Yeah. None of that. It was camping out for the night next to the river, didn't see anybody else. Even though it's a snowmelt river, it wasn't too cold. Just wearing a pair of boardies and a bash vest. You were just hopping out the boat and having a swim when you wanted on the flat spot. It was such a great trip. Couple of days in Marrakesh to explore. Unfortunate for me. Was unfortunate in that I was in Marrakesh, but we did have the Europa League final, and I did have to watch it in Marrakesh.
Oh,
but we were victorious, so that was okay.
Sitting in the sun.
yeah, exactly. Dawa is watching from Lukla, ready to fly back to Kathmandu tomorrow. Yes. And that's the other trip that we've got to talk about, because Dawa has just led our EBC Gokyo Lakes trip. Again, all the group got round and touch loads of wood, because I think that's our last Nepal group now for this season.
Right.
And I haven't been awake once at night. I haven't had any helicopter.
No helicopter
cancelled
flights.
No. I don't think we've had one. I don't think we've had a helicopter rescue this year.
Excellent. No, not much stay like that.
It's been an amazing Nepal trekking season. And like I say, touch wood, you fly out tomorrow, Dawa, all right, back to Kathmandu.
Well done. Excellent. Excellent.
Well done for getting the group all the way around. Yeah. I've seen the photos. Again, blue skies. Trekking looked amazing.
Yeah. Very adventurous. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great trip. And I always try and say to people, obviously it's a long trip, isn't it? I mean, Everest Base Camp is a long trip.
Yeah.
You need, it eats into a lot of your annual leave if you're on the standard, annual leave. But if you have got the ability to add the extra on, then do the Gokyo Lakes trek and just do that extra few days. I do think it makes a massive difference. And just gives you another, you're just not going up and back the same way.
No, it's great. But a variety. But
you are now talking kind of 21 days, England, UK to UK. So it's quite a long trip, that one. And then what else have we got coming up? Well, we're flying out to Spain next week.
We are for our adventure week.
In Spain.
We've got plenty on that, haven't we?
Big group on that one.
Yeah.
And next year is filling up quite nicely at the minute already on that one.
It's a great trip, great value.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with that trip, isn't it? I remember when we first started, we had quite a few trips, under the £1,000, but as the years have gone on, that's not a possibility anymore.
No.
Like, you know, everything's gone up in price. So, you know, to try and get an adventure trip for under £1,000 for a week, and you know, we're really only able to do that trip for that money because we are able to lead all the activities ourselves. You know, we rent a lovely villa,
swimming pool,
you know, it's got its own pool. You know, we cater there a few nights a week. We go out and eat out in restaurants a couple of nights of the week. But this year the plan is that we're canyoning, via ferrata in, mountain biking, climbing, all in the week. So a great load of activities. Hard work for me and Dave and Chris, because we're
on it.
We're the drivers, we're the chefs, we're
on it.
I think it's probably the hardest trip to run, I think, in that sense. But it's
but it does play to our passions, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's excellent, really. And to see other people get that excitement about being 500 meters up and nothing beneath them and hanging off a rock, that's exciting for us, isn't it? To get that skill and control.
And I think it's also nice, isn't it, that, you know, a lot of people think, oh, I don't know if an adventure holiday is for me.
No.
You know, I don't want to go trekking day after day after day, or I don't want to go whitewater rafting, you know, for multiple days, or
relentlessly.
Whereas with this trip, it's kind of come and have a taste of each activity, and you can sort of dip in and out of it a little bit as well, can't you?
And we set you up so that if you want to do one of them on your own sometime, you know what you're doing. It's excellent.
But looking forward to that. And then I'm back from that one. And then I'm off to Gozo scuba diving for a week at the end of the month, end of June now. But yeah, so looking forward to that. Again, really nice size group on that one.
Okay.
I think I've got like 13, 14 coming out on that one, which is
and all get skilled and qualified.
We've got a mixture of open water beginners that are going out to do their open water qualification. Lindsay is going out. She was on it last year. She's going back to do her advanced this year. And then we've got quite a few fun divers who are already at advanced level.
And we'll do want to go and dive and Gozo.
Why
wouldn't you?
Gives me someone to go and dive with, doesn't it? Perfect. So that's basically what's happening. And we've got an Inca Trail trek. We've got a private Kilimanjaro charity group going out next weekend. So there's plenty going on. So if anyone's got any questions on any of our trips, please do put them in the comments. It would be great to have some questions, because otherwise it just brings the call to a very abrupt end. Silas has said that he's looking forward to Spain and Thailand.
Right. Okay, I'll get ready for that.
So someone here Lee has put, sounds amazing. Do you have to have any experience? No, on any of our trips, you don't need any experience. You can obviously, you know, there, like for the Adventure Spain trip, for example, if you're already a climber, you can go out and go climbing, and then one of us will go and do something a little bit harder with you. You know, if you're already, like I say, on the go on already a scuba diver, you can go out and go scuba diving. You don't have to learn to go and do it. But if you've never done any of it, we always treat it as if everyone's got no experience at all, and you can start from scratch. So nothing needed.
Good.
Susan's put, any tips for preparing for Everest Base Camp? I'm booked on for 2026. I'm very excited about it.
Right. Well, first of all, we have got some excellent videos up, haven't we, about packing for it. Really important. There's one for Annapurna too, which is similar packing. So whichever one you find, that will work for you. The tip I think I want to emphasize is to get out and start doing some. If you're not already, do some walking. And when you get nearer the time, try and walk 2 days in a row if you can. Not so much about the altitude, it's just about your body knowing that day after day it's going to have to be walking. I think we go on about that quite relentlessly, don't we?
Yeah, I think it's really important to have those multi-day and whether even that's just getting up in the morning and going out with an hour, for an hour with some weight on your back. That's the kind of key thing. If you can get out, back-to-back days on a weekend for longer treks, then that's great. But obviously it's hard if you're working during the week, but even if you can get up and walk to work and spend an hour walking to work with some weight on your back, then that's really, really going to help you. Obviously, getting your footwear broken in is really important before you go. Getting used to all your kit that you're going to be wearing, that's really important. Making sure that you haven't just taken it out the packets and you start wearing it on the trip. Like, give it a few washes and stuff to get it.
Yeah, nothing chafing.
Yeah, a bit softer. Other things you can consider with Everest Base Camp is if you live near London, then you could go to the altitude centre and get tested by them to see how your body's going to react before you go. That a lot of people are doing that now. And obviously they will let you know how your body is going to react to altitude and if you need to do anything on the build up to it to make that process a little bit easier. But basically, the fitter you are going into a trek like that, the more you are going to enjoy it is the key thing. So just be as fit as you can, as healthy as you can, and go into it, good weight, fully hydrated, like all of those things, play a huge part on it. So,
and I think the sort of strap line is, for me, is when you go on a trek, you don't get fit on the trek. You've got to put something in beforehand, really, because you test your fitness on the trek. You don't actually add to it. It's probably a good way of looking at it, I think.
And also as well, like, there's always, with it being such a long trek, like you'll always have a day that you struggle on, won't you?
Yeah,
like you're not feeling 100% in whatever. And actually the fitter you are, that then helps you to get through that. So yeah, that's my advice on that. Someone's said, not Spain related, what fitness level do you need for Machu Picchu?
Right.
Depends on the trek.
It depends on the trek, but I think both the Salcantay and the Inca Trail, I think you've got to have good legs, really, because you have got a climb over rocky type steps, uneven steps. It's not a grassy gradient. There'll be rocky steps to go up and
down.
And I think you've got to get your legs fit for that, and that means ankles and knees, really. Just make sure you've got good boots, but B, you can go up and down. And some people I know, they go to a gym and they've got what they call a Stairmaster, don't they? And they use that with a backpack on, and that seems to work well. But if you can just get out on some rough terrain, I would say, and just really get your legs used to coping with that, I think that's one of the big things, I think, really, for both those treks. You've done Alaris, and that's slightly different, isn't it?
Yeah, slightly different. I would say that's more like trekking in the Brecon Beacons or the Lake District or something like that.
I wonder why you did it.
Yeah, I like that one. But yeah, I mean, and also as well, kind of weighted steps in the gym is a really good one.
Yeah, I think it is.
Like, you using a box and holding some weights in your hand and just practice stepping down as well as stepping up.
Yeah.
There are a lot of steps on the Inca Trail.
There are. I've done that in my garden. First time I ever did any of this, and then I just had a box on a little patio outside, and stepping up, stepping down, stepping up, stepping down with alternating feet, and then with a rucksack with some weight in it. And that seemed to do a lot of good for me. It got me fitter than I was before, anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what I would say about the Inca Trail, really.
But in terms of, overall fitness, obviously the trek is a lot shorter.
Yeah.
Only kind of 3 days, 4 days.
Yeah. Some early mornings. You've got to better get up in the morning, but
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
it's not paying.
Again, the fitter you are going into it, again, the more you're going to enjoy it. I
Yeah.
think that's the key thing to any multi-day
Sure,
trek.
sure. And there's great food again. You know, you no way you're going to be out of energy for food or anything like that.
What do you guys think about creating some more European mountain climbing adventures? Well, we'd love to create more mountain adventures. We would love to increase the portfolio of trips, and if people have got any ideas of where they want to go, there's a lot going on in the background at the minute with new trips coming and new destinations. But we're always on the lookout for new ideas and new things, and just let us know where you want to go, and if we think that we can create something that is amazing and that people are going to want to book on, then we'll go to do it. Oh, that reminds me, we did launch a new trip to Belize last week in Guatemala. We've had people had sort of requested that.
That came out of request. Yeah,
that was on their bucket list. So we went and created a new trip and a new destination for that one, and I think the trip looks amazing. And I'm again looking forward to going and checking that one out as well. So if Belize is on your bucket list, then go and have a look at the website, and Tom has kindly put a link into the comments now of that one as well. So if you've got any more questions, please do put them into the comments. There's only so much we can ramble on about other things.
Well, we don't want to ramble.
We don't want to ramble.
No.
And we've still got 9 minutes to fill, Dave. So
all right.
We could do with some extra questions here as well. So with the Great Wall of China, how soon should I be looking at the visa process and jabs? With the Great Wall, you really do need to be thinking about the visa process. It's not an easy visa process like other places. You do have to go up to the embassy and sort all that out. If you contact the office, there is they have got a document that talks you through the visa process. And they'll explain everything and tell you when you need to do it. But you need to wait for I can't remember whether it's like 3 months beforehand or something, because you need to have your invitation letter from our partners in China to say that you are booked on a trip, and you get that invitation letter. So if you contact the office, they'll let you have that document, or it might even be in your Vamoose as well. If you check your Vamoose app, if you've got access to that, that document might already be in there as well. Here's one for you, Dave. What is trekking in Patagonia like? Is it mountainous, for example?
Right, the trek we do in Patagonia it's called the W trek, and it's a W because you go up a valley and then make your way back down again, then up another valley and make your way down. So we're not going over mountains. We are walking at the base of the glaciated mountainside, and we follow the valleys up. So, and if you look up the W trek, you'll see that there's the French Valley, the Italian Valley, the various names. So you certainly are going to be going up high, and the reward is the massive glaciated areas that are up there, and just the unspoiled wilderness of it all. So that's what it's like. And the rest of it, I mean, again, I think I rant on about it in one of our podcasts. I'm absolutely sure.
Yeah, there's a podcast episode
but it's about being in a place that feels totally unspoiled. And I always say, every stream you walk past, you can just drink out of, because there's no pollution, there's nothing. There's no built-up areas. You're just walking in this wonderful kind of wilderness, really, but with places where you can stop and have a bit of civilization at night, but during the day it's just wonderful. But it's a W trek for those reasons I've just said.
And then Tom's just put a link into the comments there about your guide to Patagonia that you wrote onto the website a while ago.
Okay.
So you can click there and have a read of that. Silas has asked, do you get a t-shirt for all trips? Yes, you do get a t-shirt for all trips.
Yeah. XXL though?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, maybe. Susan's asked, when's the next podcast? That's coming very soon.
Been a lot of requests for those.
There has. I know. I've taken a break.
I know what's going on.
I took a break.
I know.
And
we'll get the machinery working again.
Yeah, it's not the machinery. The reason I've had to take a break is because of the puppies. Oh, because they don't stop barking.
Oh right. Shall I bring one in and show them?
No, they've duct taped their mouths now, so we can do this without them. No, but I took a break from it, and we've been recording a load of new episodes and putting some time into getting guests on and talking about different things. So we're getting a bit of a back catalogue done now, and we've had a bit of a break getting ready for season 3 of the podcast to come out, and then it will continue as normal.
But then on Netflix,
yeah, maybe it's going to be on the aeroplanes as well.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. As soon as you get on,
Stephen Bartlett, and then me next to it. Right. But it's great that people are asking when it is, because I always assumed that apart from my dad, nobody else listened, and your mum.
Yeah, my mum always listened.
They were the people that
nice
go.
Mr.
So before I go looking for, is it available on Apple? Yes, it is available. If you look for the Bucket List of Podcast, you'll find it on all well-known podcast platforms. So Spotify, Apple, everywhere it is. So Lindsay Allen has put, do you do limited edition gold t-shirts if you repeat a trip? No, we don't.
No.
You'll just get another one because you've worn the other one out. So but we'll see what we can do for you, Lindsay, because I mean, in the next couple of weeks you're repeating too. Lindsay's heading back to do Kilimanjaro again for a second time. And then, like I said, she's coming out to Gozo as well.
Excellent.
So that's her 2 trips for June. She's got a Kili and a Gozo trip. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Highs and lows.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I think, Dave, that we've almost got to 7 o'clock. I've got another online meeting to do with our Kilimanjaro group that are heading out next week to do it 7. So I think that's a great place to leave it today. If you are watching this not live and you do have a question, do put your question in the comments, and one of the team or we'll see it and we'll come back and answer it as well. Dave's just seen the comment there from that Silas has just put. So yeah, but yeah, it's been great being on today. Thanks ever so much for everyone for taking the time to watch. We'll be back. Well, it'll probably be just before I head out to Gozo.
Yeah, we'll be when I'm back. When we're both back
from Spain and going out to there. So, looking forward to doing another one of these in a month's time. But if you've got any questions on your trips in the meantime, or if you're thinking about doing a trip, just contact the office and they will be more than happy to help you out. But until then, thanks very much, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.